this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports. Jakeem Grant now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Caleb Balaj. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They go play action here on first down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, first and 10 at their own 26. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Mariota on first down. Now he's split, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Robert Quinn in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw is Mariota. Goes underneath for Henry. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On third down, Mariota. And an alley to run. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. And on a stage of this magnitude, the conference championship, so many early game jitters can happen, so that score's a big relief to a coach.
Yeah, no one wants to mention that in the locker room before the game. No one says, hey, listen, don't fumble or don't do this because you don't want negative thoughts. That's why getting off to a good start is so huge for everyone. The first score in the conference title game, massive.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Second down, Mariota. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Flush to his right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. And out come the Dolphins now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Brought in over the middle by Grant. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. Tannehill on 1st down. On the left side, this is Stills. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 36 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, Bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. One.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Titans getting set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Mariota escaping the pressure right. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A first down throw for Mariota. Being chased out left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Charles Harris in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Succop. From the right hash, this from 48. And Succop will put this one right through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Run.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Tight right.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And over the middle, this is Parker. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Tannehill. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Go!
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he slings one that's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Kalen Balaj, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Buying time to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Four down, check, four down. One.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Mariota to throw it, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Frank Clark in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is taken at the 23. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
Set, ready. Hey, 20. Go.
Tannehill now to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Four down. Check, let's go. At 20.
Here's a run with Village. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Ballage with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Throwing is Mariota. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mariota again. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll look to set up his blockers. A beautiful fake. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Balaj. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. So we come up. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing, Mariota out to his left. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play, Mariota to Davis. And even 50 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator is looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. One.
Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And Stills bringing it in. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It's complete to Parker, left side. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Zebra. Go.
Again, Tannehill. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Give him 30 yards there. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Balaj. Eluding the tackle. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Clay.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Out come the Titans now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Keep it rolling.
First down, Mariota. Forced out to his left. He dumps it off for Henry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Mariota now on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Zebra.
after the interception. Here's Tannehill. Steps up, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Throw left side complete. It's Parker. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Let's go. Let's go. Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking.
They run it with Balaj. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Hip, hip, hip.
Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He'll get it up the middle. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
240! Run.
He's going to get it running right. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Balaj saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
One.
To throw Mariota. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. And that'll bring up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Frank Clark getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
One.
Now Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays of
under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Frank Clark, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Working out of the gun, Mariota eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
3 down. Mike 52.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Being chased out left. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
and they pick up the 1st down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well, but boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
Mariota on 1st down. Broken tackle. Dancing to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
2nd down, Mariota. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this.
Hey. 50.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Hey, 4 down. Good. 280.
Again, it's Balaj. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
One. Easy.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Titans on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Mariota now. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Balaj. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl, what do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson